So today is our busiest day of the year. It's our Thanksgiving holiday celebration with a little Christmas thrown in for good measure. Today we are giving away Thanksgiving blessing bags and turkeys to families so they can take them home and prepare them on Thanksgiving Day to spend time with their families in their home. We feel like that's a more respectful way to care for people, is to give them the tools that they need so they can have their own celebration. So over in this room over here, we have volunteers that are giving away, they're giving away turkeys, and we call them, like I said, blessing bags. And everything in the bag is what it takes to make a Thanksgiving meal. Hi, Ty, would you mind handing me one of those blessing bags? I'm going to open it up and see what's in. So today we've got everything. We've got stuffing, we've got cake mix and icing and mashed potatoes and green beans and corn. Plus we also have turkey breasts. So a great way to help families with a special celebration on Thursday. One of the things that we want to encourage people when they come, that they have a positive experience and that they leave feeling hopeful. You know, one of the things that we really try to do here, and it's really ingrained in our culture, is to put ourselves in the shoes of the people that we serve. And how would we feel and how would we want to be treated? And so every program we have is designed to really provide care that centers around showing dignity and respect to the people we serve. On a typical day, this warehouse is used for our Snack Packs for Kids program, and it is the largest children's feeding program in the state of Arkansas. We serve 5,400 kids every week. Just because someone is struggling financially doesn't mean that they should get second best. I think we should do our very best for them. And I think that serves two purposes. One, it helps them and their mental health and their emotional status, that they don't feel like they're being looked down on. But two, I think it builds them up and gives them confidence and helps them to make good decisions, to get employment and to get back out and, you know, involved in the world. During this time of year, it's our big food drive season, and so hopefully over the next 4 to 6 weeks, as the rest of the food drives come in, we'll have enough canned food and shelf-stable food to keep our market going for about 4 to 5 months. How does it make you feel to see our community be so generous and hand us all this food to be able to give out to families in need?
Well, it feels very good. It feels great to know that there are lots of other like-minded people who like to donate and be generous with their all the good things they have. It makes me feel good.
This is our waiting area for our food pantry. So clients can come in once a month and it's about 3 to 4 days supply of food. We're really focused on providing fresh food for families. They'll sign up, first come, first serve, then they'll be taken back and they're allowed to shop for themselves and pick the items that best meet their family's needs. This year we're projecting between 12 and 13,000 families that will come through our doors.
Each season they'll have different things. This field block here has a bunch of cover crop in it right now, but previously we had our spring crops here and we had a mix of a few fall crops through here. So we grew a lot of onions in here, like 8 whole rows of onions, and then a lot of different root and green vegetables. So we try to be mindful about how we use our soil. The field block next door right now has a little bit of the fall crops in it, but mostly it had corn, peppers, tomatoes, I think lots of zucchini, squash, cucumbers. So a lot of summer crops in that field block over there. And next year it'll likely be more like spring, fall crops. So we just I keep a pretty detailed map of everything to try to make sure we don't plant things in the same exact place that we did last year. We have all of our like fall vegetables we grow, and they're very cold hardy through the winter, so I can harvest on them December, January into February. So once we start up in the spring, we're still kind of having a slow harvest through the winter. So everything we choose to grow here is based on what does the best in the winter. And our goal being to have as much that we can serve in our meals next door. And a lot of the time they prefer to have salad type stuff. So it's like lots of greens and root vegetables that work out anyway. Last year we grew 30,000 pounds of produce. Hopefully this year we're on track, I think, to grow about the same. And we do everything sustainably. We don't use any chemical fertilizers or chemical insecticides. Our whole goal is to have produce that we're proud to serve and that we wouldn't normally get in a pantry. Something that is fresher and didn't have a bunch of stuff added to it that we don't want. Working within this nonprofit sphere just I think that it can feel overwhelming because there's a lot of systemic issues that we don't have control over. So it's really nice to feel hands-on, doing what we can. We're not saving the world, but we're doing our best and we're just showing up. So I think that every little bit counts.